about Daniel in Daniel chapter 6, where we recognize the excellent spirit that has been in him from the beginning. We learned about the life of Daniel. He's always had this excellent spirit because he was a child of the living God. And so we begin to see the spirit living out in him and how he let God's spirit show forth in his life. And this is something that I want us to pick up. And it's not in a certain place in the book of Daniel. It's all over the book of Daniel. I want us to remember that Daniel was taken from his home. He was torn from his family. He was torn from his land. He was torn from everything that was very comfortable and familiar to him. And he was taken to a nation and to a people that were unfamiliar to him. Actually, when he was living in Babylon, he was living with the people who destroyed his life. The people who made his life unbelievably different, who made his life unbelievably unbearable, it would seem, because they ransacked everything that he had known to be true. His land, we've talked about this before, how important their land was to him, because that was one of the promises that God gave to Abraham, to the nation of Israel. This will be your land. Well, the land was gone. It was ransacked. And the people who did it, Daniel's now living with them in Babylon. And this is what amazes me about that, is while Daniel was living amongst a people who ruined his life, he still is used by God to display the glory of God. Now, why is that so unique to me? Because of this. I hate to say this, but I think that if you were giving me a chance to lead a people and to be so important in a people and a culture that had ruined my life and my family and everything I called home, I might think through the idea of leading them to their doom when given the chance. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. You know, in my sinfulness, I might want revenge on Babylon for ruining my life. But that's not what Daniel did. Because more important than Daniel living for himself and revenge, Daniel lived for the glory of God. And so no matter where he was, and we talked about this last week, or yesterday, or today, whenever I sent the video message out, I don't remember, it was today, but we talked about this, that Daniel's life was lived for the glory of God. And so when he could have really done something to Babylon, instead of pointing the Babylonians to their demise and Daniel being to say, look, I've got you now, Daniel points the Babylonians to the king, the true king, which is the living God. Every step of the way, Daniel continually points Babylon to God. That's amazing to me. Because instead, he could have wished their demise. But instead of wishing demise and revenge on the people of Babylon, he pointed them to God. And the question you and I have to ask ourselves is that can we offer the same type of forgiveness that Daniel gave to Babylon to people in our life who have acted against us, who have acted against our family, who have pushed us to places we didn't want to go? Can we forgive them and still, when we're in their midst, not hope for their demise, but point them to God? That takes an excellent spirit, and it's not my spirit. It's not a worldly spirit. It's the Holy Spirit that allows you to point people to God, even when they are evil to you. And so today, I hope that you're daring to be Daniels, that you're living a life of forgiveness, knowing that God has forgiven us of much, that we have to forgive others. And no matter the circumstance, our call in life is to point even those that we could despise towards the living God. I hope you're doing that. I hope I'm doing that, because we do it all for the glory of God.